Alright, welcome to today's video. Again, today we are going to be using the same Scarfed Garchomp as well as Zapdos team. We're already in character select for our battle here. Character select, team select, whatever. So we're just going to get right into it. We're using the same team. Rental code is in the description as well as the Pokepaste. So we're going up against Gengar, Gyarados, Metagross, Blaziken, Dusclops, Meowstic. So I haven't played against much Trick Room, just as I haven't been seeing it on a ladder or in Showdown against this team, so I'm not exactly sure. We do have the Ferrothorn, which is pretty low speed with the Gyro Ball. But the rest of the team doesn't really look... I think it's just a Trick Room counter for opposing Trick Room, so I don't expect him to bring it. I honestly am expecting, I think, Gyarados, Metagross maybe. Maybe not Metagross because he sees the Garchomp, maybe Gyarados, Blaziken. And we want to counter the Gyarados Intimidate with Zapdos. That's basically what he's here for, is to dissuade Zapdos. I think we'll start with Zapdos Garchomp again. And we'll have, I think, Amoonguss Fini in the back is what we're going to be fine with. And very possible that we just switch right into Amoonguss right off the bat to get rid of the Intimidate on the Garchomp. If we want to stay in, though, we also have the Max Fighting if we want to use it. Okay, Dusclops Metagross, so he is going to go into the Trick Room mode. Which, honestly, looking at his team, I kind of thought it was just there for opposing Trick Rooms, so I'm not exactly sure why he wanted to do that, but I do think that we will be fine. I actually think what I want to do... Am I expecting an ally switch, maybe? I think I almost might be. But I kind of like the idea of just Max Darknessing with a U-turn into the Metagross, and if it goes into an ally switch, I'm actually, like, not that upset. So we do max the Garchomp here. We'll see if he maxes his Metagross. If he doesn't, I think this just KOs. I guess what I didn't really account for is a potential Gyarados switch-in, which the Intimidate would have actually been a big problem for us. He is going to max the Metagross. I am almost just expecting an ally switch here now with the max Metagross. Or maybe he's bulldozing himself too. For his weakness policy. Max Darkness just does under half. And it's going to lower their special defense. We get the U-turn off, so I guess this must be Trick Room. Which is really a big problem for us now, actually. Okay, Max Hailstorm, that's going to kill Garchomp, I'm assuming. Oh, Garchomp does live. And he should live the Hail as well. And then Dusclops does go into the Trick Room. I kind of think my Fini doesn't have any speed investment. Oh, okay, the Metagross is moving first. Oh, I think the plan here is actually to switch out my Garchomp. And... maybe if I Scald the Metagross, if I get the burn on the Scald, I think is my best thing. And I'm going to preserve. He's at 47 health, but he is Scarfed, so out of Trick Room, we're in a really great spot. Don't really have any great switch-ins if he does go for the Hail. I think my Amoonguss is my least valuable piece here. So we're just going to switch out. Because we can burn out his Dynamax and his Trick Room turns, I think we'll be fine. Dusclops is going to protect, which we weren't targeting the Dusclops at all anyways. Metagross is going to max Hailstorm, I'm assuming, into the Amoonguss. Yeah, that's going to kill the Amoonguss. Wow, actually the Amoonguss lives. Dang, I did not think that I was bulky enough there to do that. Let's see, I'm pretty sure Scald kills here. So, to me the move is to Rage Powder, to kill Scald to kill the Metagross, and then Rage Powder to hopefully get that off. I'm worried about the ally switch again with Dusclops, but I'm not gonna outsmart myself right now, honestly. This is going to be the third turn of Trick Room. Depending on what he has in the back, you might not be too worried about that. Dusclops is going to use Poltergeist. Does this kill the Amoonguss? He lives on 7. That's big. Steel Spike, completely fine, and we're going to knock out the Metagross here. To bring us down to a 3 versus 3, only 2 turns of Trick Room left. Unfortunately, he does get the boost on his Dusclops, but has a Poltergeist. That's interesting. Okay, Skull is going to take down the Metagross. That's actually really good for us. We don't have to deal with that guy anymore. There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. We don't have Dynamax, but he doesn't have Dynamax either. And we're in an advantageous spot, honestly. What is he going to bring out here? He had the Blaziken, he had the Meowstic. Honestly, I want to wait for the Scarf Garchomp. Hopefully I can bring the Scarf Chomp in on the turn in between Trick Rooms, because I don't think I'm going to be able to take out the Dusclops in 2 turns. Gyarados does come in. He's going to intimidate me to get the boost, which is actually going to help out my Zapdos. I wonder if my Zapdos... So we actually move first. I want to Nature's Madness this Dusclops. And then... I want to say Brave Bird it. I think that might kill the Dusclops. He's Trick Rooming. He's reversing his own Trick Room. Power Whip. Fini's going to live that because we have pretty good defensive investment. I kind of think this Brave Bird kills with +1. Big plays. I mean, he doesn't reverse his Trick Room, which is what he wanted to do. So we're actually moving first with Fini again. I'm thinking, is it Blaziken is his last one? Is that why he wants to reverse Trick Room, or is it Gengar? And if it's Gengar, does Gengar even have Levitate? I feel like I only ever see the Curse Body. It is Blaziken. Okay. So, a Scarfed... Blaziken's gonna get the Speed Boost. I'm assuming with the Speed Boost, Blaziken, unless he's Scarfed, he's slower than my Garchomp. I honestly wonder if I protect Fini here. This is the last turn of Trick Room, so I'm going first. So I'm just gonna Scald into Blaziken. Wait, we still have Trick Room, right? Yeah, 1 turn of Trick Room. Okay, so we're gonna Scald Blaziken, and I think Brave Bird Blaziken as well. And then that'll just leave Garchomp versus Gyarados. That almost kills. Blaziken's gonna Rock Slide. He's actually kind of slow. Interesting. Shell Bell Blaziken. Tapu Fini avoids the attack. That's actually huge. Now it's a 3 versus 1. I feel like we played around Trick Room very, very well this game, especially with the Amoonguss Fini. The defensive investment on Fini just made her so strong, but she's still able to do legit damage. Fini's going to get the leftovers heal. Our Zapdos is going to be moving first, and I honestly kind of like the Thunderous Kick to lower the Gyarados' defense. I'm assuming I'm just going to protect with Fini and Thunderous Kick to lower the defense. I'm almost assuming another Power Whip. Okay, he just is going to end the battle. We're going to take the 3-1 victory. Super clean handling of Trick Room by us. Haven't played a lot against Trick Room with this team at all. I just haven't really been seeing it. Didn't even bring the team really expecting it. But we handled it really well just because we are so bulky. Got a Comet Shard, so that's our first win of the day. We're gonna move into our next battle here. Rank up, rank all the way up to Pokeball Tier 4. Maybe because we're on a win streak, I don't really know. We're climbing though. I was hoping to climb up to Master Ball Tier pretty decently fast. So this is actually working out for us. After a rough first day. But we'll see how this goes. Gonna have a stronger opponent this time. He's gonna bring, looks like Tailwind. I wonder how he messes us up. Because honestly, Garchomp looks really good against this team. I kind of like Fini is very strong against this team too. I'm trying to think what I actually like the best here. I don't hate Zapdos Garchomp, especially if this is Single Strike Urshifu, which I'm just getting a feeling it's Single Strike Urshifu. So I wonder if it's Zapdos. I honestly like Zapdos Garchomp again with Incineroar in the back and Tapu Fini in the back. I think what I might be doing is I might be maxing Max Rockfall, depending on what he brings out. I'm expecting Tailwind. I think I'm just going to try and fight through the Tailwind again, really. Yeah, there's no way it's Whimsicott Urshifu's. Oh, Whimsicott Zapdos, okay. I was kind of thinking it was going to be Whimsicott Urshifu. This is just as fine, though. Not very scared of this, honestly. Let's see. I honestly don't know my calcs on this. If Steel Wing kills the Whimsicott, or at least brings it down to its sash. So that makes me want a Brave Bird. Zapdos is bulky too. I think I Brave Bird and Max Rockfall is honestly what I'm thinking. On to the Zapdos. Okay. So, obviously, I'm fastest right now, so I'm going to max first. Not really worried about Garchomp's losing the start on Garchomp, obviously, because, I mean, he's about to Tailwind, so it's not a big worry for me. I mean, unless he Moonblasts, I mean, that would be something, too, if he's just worried about the Garchomp. He wants to Tailwind next turn. I don't see that happening. Yeah, he's just going to straight Tailwind. Zapdos is going to move first, but shouldn't have an answer for really either of my Pokemon. Yeah, it's just going to Drill Peck. Bring me down to 22, which is, you know, kind of a lot, but... Our Garchomp comes in first, gets a big, Rock Fall off, sets up the Sandstorm to get the chip, and Whimsicott is going to go down to its Sash, but it's going to die, so we do get the 1-for-1 here because of the Sand. Zapdos was maybe going to go down Sand anyways, so honestly not too worried about that. He got his job done there. And let's see. So I'm thinking, what does he have left? The Urshifu is scary. I think the Fini. This is definitely one of the times like Nature's Madness was really good last game in Trick Room, but these are one of the times I really wish I had this Moonblast, and maybe I scare him away here. Garchomp's at full health, so that's fine. I think he takes the hit. I wonder if I think I'm going to Scald the Zapdos and then Rockfall this Noivern. Noivern is going to use Dragon Pulse. Garchomp's going to avoid it thanks to Sand Veil. Huge, huge Sand Veil dodge right there. Thunder's Kick is going to lower my defense, going to make my Garchomp very weak. But here we're going to come in with a super effective Rockfall against this Noivern. And that is going to one-shot it. Big Dragon Pulse dodge there with the Sand Veil. My Garchomp had his little, you know, he's ready to box. He's dipping and dodging and doing everything he can. And then Zapdos is going to go down to the Scald as well. We are up 3-1. He still has 3 turns of Tailwind left. And we have our Fini and our Incineroar is in the back with one more turn left of Dynamax on Garchomp. He does have his Dynamax though. And it's going to be Urshifu. Which makes me wish I had some sort of redirection or protection here. Although I guess his Max Punch move can hit through protection. I think what we just do is we go with the Scald here to try and get a burn off. And I think I just max Wormwind, blah, 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 to lower his attack. Yep, he's gonna Dynamax the Urshifu. This is definitely a Pokemon that can sweep through our remaining 3 pokes. So, you know, hopefully we can avoid that. He is not going to be able to miss against Sand Veil. He's not going to be able to help us out with his Dynamax moves. He's certainly moving first here. He's going to Max Lightning the Tapu Fini. Okay. Not scared at all of my Garchomp. He does not know that I am specially invested, though. So, big plays here. Or physically invested. He doesn't know that I'm physically invested. We're going to lower his attack here. Which I guess is not, you know, that big of big plays for us. Because he can crit through things. But a burn would be huge. Wow, big damage from the Scald. I honestly think we got it here. I think either move, whatever move we do is gonna kill him. And because he's Dynamax, he's single target and can't take both of us out. So I think we got the 2-0 sweep here in this one. I mean, people are running just straight offense Tapu Fini, and this defensive investment, I think, is just blowing up people's game plans. I think it's as simple as that. We'll just Dragon Claw here to not hurt our own Tapu Fini. Honestly, whatever happens just gets the job done. This guy's in a rough spot. We do Dragon Claw, we're still faster. We bring down... Tailwind was still up, right? Man, Garchomp just putting in work today. Garchomp absolutely putting in work today. and we are going to take the 2-0 sweep. So that is the 2-0 for us, like I just said. Again, if you want to try this team out, it's worked really well in the last 2 videos. The Pokepaste and the rental code is down below. We might actually mix it up. I'm kind of tempted. Nature's Madness today was the first day of Nature's Madness on Fini. It really worked out for us. I have been in the back of my mind being like, do I switch to Moonblast? Do I try Moonblast? It'd be probably a little bit more consistent if we Moonblast, but on the event that, especially in Trick Room, I think Nature's Madness is just bonkers, apparently, as a Trick Room counter, because we can really take down half of the Dusclop's health, take down really anyone's health, because our Tapu Fini has no speed investment, which makes it a decent Trick Room counter right now. So really, you know, what that comes down to is I'm probably going to hang out with Nature's Madness for a little bit longer, just because I think it really surprises people, but we may try Moonblast. I may even try it offline on Pokemon Showdown or something to see if that's really a more consistent, better option. But today it panned out. Scarf Chomp finally got to show off what Scarf Chomp does, even though he Dynamax and didn't really use his Scarf until the very end there. We get a couple nice victories. Appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.